Hello, it's Coyote Christina, surfer, author, dreamweaver. We are in week 3 of the Amazed and Amused campaign, and it is Tuesday, Totem Tuesday. So we're going to go back and talk about animal guides. This week we're talking about the realization stage. I just wanted to kind of review that. Realization stage is taking ownership of where we are. When we decide to take full responsibility for where we are, we no longer blame other people for our present situation, and we decide to do the work to move in the direction of self-determination. No longer content to remain helpless, no longer bowing to fate. We are not satisfied with living by default, and we decide to live by design. This starts with radical accountability. And we talked about radical accountability a couple days ago, and that's just taking full ownership of where we are right here, right now. So we're not blaming others, we're not blaming ourselves. Life happens, there's all kinds of reasons we can make up. But the main thing is we can look back to learn, but we need to look forward and focus on where we want to go and what do I need to do to get there. Because if we keep going, why, I know me personally, I went into a pity party for a long time, like, why me, wah. But by becoming more aware of my thought patterns, that I was thinking too much of the pain and the hurt that had gone before, instead of being like, yeah, I had that, but it's okay now, and that doesn't have to happen again. And I'm here for myself, and I can find people to support me now. I don't have to take it all on alone. So the first part of the realization stage is the conscious choice. There's there's conscious choice, faith, and no more drama are the 3 different sections of conscious choice. And we're going to look at conscious choice today, and the animal guides that help us with conscious choice can support us is the blue heron, which is self-reflection, snake, which is transmutation, raven, magic, salmon, inner wisdom, and jaguar, integrity. So, and our goal as we enter this stage of the journey and start to learn more about how our reactions have been coming from subconscious beliefs instead of choosing an action and choosing a response. We've been reacting, and that's what we need to learn to do, is to choose a response, to sit still and not instantly react, so that we can choose what direction to go and not get caught up in the drama. So the goal is a healthy ego. This is a balanced sense of self, and that's housed in our 3rd chakra, which is our right to act. We build awareness to a level where we are making conscious choices and taking knowledgeable action in the present moment that builds our integrity by aligning our actions with our inner truth. So 2 of my favorite medicines is blue heron and snake. Blue heron is self-reflection, and that's just a medicine that I identify with pretty strongly. It comes naturally to me to kind of sit and think about things. The transmutation is a little more recent. I used to be as a young kid, I was fascinated by snakes and like wanted to hold them and like chase the garter snakes around the yard, and I would pick it up, but then it'd be too scary, so I'd be like, it'd drop the garter snake. So it was like this combination of being fascinated and being terrified of snakes. But now I mostly I really like snake medicine and transmutation. It's about the ability to ingest any poison and turn it into a life lesson, and to willingly experience anything that shows up on our doorstep. And I know for a lot of my life and with a lot of things, I want to push them away. No, not me. I don't want that. So let's see. Yeah, the Amazed and Amused companion. It's for the book that I finished the rough draft of my 2nd book. Amazed and Amused is the short title. The full title is Amazed and Amused and Often Confused: The Journey to Joy. And I'm running this campaign to ask for support from you all. So it would be great if you can go to my Substack and follow, become a free subscriber. You can see the full reels and kind of follow along. Yesterday I did a daily practice. We're at a solstitial time. I just learned that word, solstitial. It means relating to or near the solstice. So we did, since it's the summer solstice last Friday, so we're just getting into, days are getting shorter, which is sad, but we are officially in summer. So we did sun salutations to honor the sun, and we learned about our samana vayu, which is our subtle energy that we can use our breath to tap into, which is located our solar plexus. So if you want to learn more about that, check out the post from yesterday, week 3 on Monday, because Monday is Movement Monday. And I'll go ahead here and read the excerpt from Conscious Choice section of Amazed and Amused. It is during the Conscious Choice section of our journey that we begin to question long-held beliefs that we have been taught to accept without question, or beliefs that have been embedded in our sinew by early life experiences that are not helpful and often become harmful if we want to build and maintain a healthy ego. These deeply rooted beliefs are not always easy to identify, and even once identified, they generally take a lot of work to uproot. If we do not want the uprooting to be painful, we need to be very gentle and kind with ourselves and others. And that goes back to deer medicine. But this is not always easy. We want to push and hit and kick, or simply grab that weed that is creating discomfort, perhaps ruining our picturesque view of life or falling short of our expectations, and yank it out of the ground using brute force. If you are strong enough, perhaps you'll be able to pull the weed, roots and all, from the dry ground with your bare hands and free yourself completely from the unwanted belief that is irritating you. But the forceful removal is likely to leave a gaping wound that will require a lot of time and care to heal. It is no easy task to identify and to root out these unhealthy beliefs. And we must take time. We're not on our own timeline. We can't be like, okay, I'm sad about this, but next week everything's gonna be great. Healing a broken heart is its own timeline. So we have to sorry, I'm going off script. So we gotta make sure to honor our hearts and go on our heart schedule and not on a schedule that we want or we prefer, that the world tells us that we need to follow. So back to the script. This is no easy task, and while it is a metamorphosis that takes place primarily by opening our minds to new perspectives through the self-reflective medicine of Blue Heron, as well as through uncovering our inner wisdom with the help of salmon medicine, there are physical experiences that can bring even greater power and potency to the inner transformation, and it is only with the medicine of snake that we are able to transmute the poison of faulty beliefs and unhealthy coping mechanisms that confine us to circumstance, limiting our lives to the singularity of our experience, according to the singularity of our experience, or according to the social norms that have been embedded in our biology. It is the potent poison of snake medicine that allows us to attain a level of awareness that is able to see from many angles and take on a completely new perspective, no longer stuck in a narrow view of the world, and becoming aware that all things are equal in creation, and that those things which might be experienced as poison can be eaten, ingested, integrated, and transmuted if one has the proper state of mind. So that last sentence was from Medicine Cards. So, quoting the wonderful book by Jamie Sams and David Carson. So if you want to learn more about animal guides, and David Carson and Jamie Sams are amazing. Their book and their animal cards that go along with it. If you want to learn more about my journey to joy and how the animal guides supported me and keep on supporting me in my journey, you can pre-order Amazed and Amused. Just go to tkcdreams.net. So thanks so much for being here. I hope this is helpful information. I hope my story can help other people and support them to build the life, become more conscious, and we can build the life of our dreams together. One step to change the world. Signing off. Take care. Bye-bye.